Welcome back to the Forensic Detailing channel. It's a beautiful Saturday day. I'm feeling a little hoarse. Not literally, I've been zombied. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a tight chest and a little bit of a, a little bit tight, grizzly throat and a bit, not too bad though, just minor. So hopefully I'll shrug it off in a couple of days. Now, Danny has dropped off his 9FF, which apparently are very good kind of racing seats for his 996 leather, okay? But Danny, where he's had DTC in bits, has left these leather pieces. These are little insets there from the driver's seat, you can see. And they've been left out in the damp conditions, maybe in the car undercover or something. And the leather, when it soaks, and then it's allowed to soak for a long time, it flushes out some of the oils and things which keep the leather soft and supple. So really over cleaning leather or saturating leather can actually, when that water disappears, can dry it out, and then it can start cracking. It can feel horrible like this. It just feels terrible. So really, these seats need a deep clean, and they need packing out with conditioner. So I'm going to be using, I've got all of this kit. I'm going to be using Ram stuff. I'm going to be trying to get rid of some of the old bits and pieces I had from Colour Lock that were kicking around. So get rid of this. This is the one that I think fills it with oil and stuff like that. So I'm going to clean it with the Geist Rapid Leather and Vinyl Cleaner. Just think for the purposes of this video, it's going to be easier to clean this while it's in situ. I'm just going to squirt a little mist of water on it just to pick up any dust and residues on there. So I'm not working that all in with a brush. They're pretty clean, but that'll just help. Okay. This stuff, I think this is plant-based. So I remember Ram saying you could leave this on the leather overnight and it will never do any damage, which is really cool. But it benefits, I think, from a little bit of dwell time, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to smother it. And I'm going to use the big Geist brush because it just makes this whole process quicker. And I think whenever you're doing this, we're not prepping to recolor. So I'm just using light pressure. It's not deep texture in this. It's light pressure. Because leather, that painted finish can sometimes, I'll do all this, I might as well do this now actually. Get it all on here. Yeah, just have to be careful, especially with really old leather that's flaky when you're using any sort of brush. Just don't press really hard into it all. Just sort of like, it's like almost gentle weight. Just let the tool do the scrubbing. Oh, it's nothing complicated. But just, the only thing is just, like I say, avoid really going mental on the leather, yeah? Just gently. Get that little stitch line there. Get all in there, I should really take those seats out. And for some reason, this passenger seat didn't get hit as hard. These seats are old, so they're also going to allow the chemical through. So if this was a new seat that was like less than sort of 30 or 40, 50,000 miles, then all the top coat that sits on top of that paint, almost like a clear coat, is non-porous and it won't let this through, so you'll just be putting protector that's going to sit on top. And it's not going to penetrate into the leather, so that's always important. So just gently, we'll get those stitchings there. The non-contact areas tend to fare a lot better, don't they? It's the contact areas. I'll get around the back a bit later on. So just wipe this off. Just a good clean as well can make a hell of a difference. Look at that. Just gives it a much better finish. A bit of sheen to it from the wetness, but there was mould, or there is mould. Yeah, a little bit of mould in here, so just let that chemical sit in that mould. We'll just get most of the surfactant back up. And we'll go over it with a little mist, just a fine mist of water, just to make sure we've lifted it all. It is all water-based, so always water will act as a thinner, won't it, to a water-based product. And you get the idea there on the cleaning. So what I'm going to do, now let's put this tripod down. Go wide cam. Oh, got my cup of tea here. We'll take all of these out. And we'll carry on just cleaning this for a little bit. I'm just going to get the vacuum in here and get all of the inside of those bits and get those little bits around the back and around the edge of there, and I'll come back in a second. Okay guys, so I've just put the protector on, so I'm using disposable microfiber. I'm just putting the product, it's like a moisturizer almost, like a little oil. You just put it on, you can just create a film, you know, over where you want to go, and it'll absorb into this leather, and it will just freshen it up and soften it a little bit. I'm hoping on that bit that's really dry and terrible, it will really soften it again. You know, we'll get a bit of extra in there. We'll really pack it in. You know, so we get all this head area first. It's not where most of the wear. Most of the wear is going to be down in this bit on those seats, so that's fine. But this is the passenger seat as well, which isn't. Probably going to need less, and I'll spin that round and do the other side. That's already got loads on there. You can just see that wetness to it. Nice though. It's easy to apply. It's not greasy, so I kind of quite like that. You know, it's on my hands and everything. And then you could wait overnight and put some sort of top coat shield thing on it, anti-friction. I don't think really you're going to need to with this. It's not sort of a daily driver or anything. It's a passenger race seat. Could do though. So if I just make sure we got it all, it's really just going to help the leather. Because I think Dan will appreciate this. Up until now, the only moisturiser on this seat was Dan's derriere sweat. Decades of it. Danny James derriere sweat. Could be an album. Could be an album name in that. So you can see that, guys. That looks revived, but that's a fresh wet effect. That will dry off eventually. Now, let's just carry on. I've taken all of the seats out of that one as well. Got those there. Given that a little vacuum. Now these are particularly bad, so I'm just going to make sure they're clean. They've already been, you know, wiped over once with the rapid cleaner. They feel clean. The undersides are not leather, so that's fine. And we'll get the cleaner. We'll get the protector all in there. Look at that. There we go. Get that back on. Does that go? Does that go up there like that? No, it goes that way. Okay, so that goes in there like that. So that's looking better already. This is nice. Darth Vader would be proud. And let's do the same with this piece. You can see that. This is the bit where it needs the most. We leave this. Okay, don't want to touch it too much. Right. And what we're going to do is a lovely little touch. Danny will never realise this. He'll never know. He'll never know. Here, my F-Jas Italian leather essential oil. So what I'll do is get a little bit of this, go on the soft upholstery part of it. Oh, this stuff smells like, you go into like a leather shop, yeah? You know, one of those leather shops when you're abroad, like full of wallets and like handbags and travel bags, and it stinks of leather. That's what that smells like. And it would just mean when he puts these back in the car, and they've all been protected and cleaned. They're bloody filthy, pardon the French. It'll also stink of like fresh leather. So like Danny will be like, these will go back in like all shiny, well, rich, let's say a satin rich. And they'll also stink like the old leather wallet. Like the old leather wallet shop. While this is all off, just give all these bits that you can't normally clean a little wipe down. The rails are already done. So that's an opportunity. I've done the back as well, given that a work down. That's the opportunity now to really get those seats nice. And I'll put this one over here. I've dropped them, they've scratched. Look at what they've done to my work surface. Bloody Danny. Right. Oh, put that there. Look what they've done. Look at that. Jesus. Outrageous. Put a bit of, oh there. Put a bit of the leather protector on and the oils. Mask it. So I should always buy these cheap work surfaces, because that's what they are, work surfaces. If that was a high quality thing, I'd just be crying, because it would be, you know, well, you'd protect it a bit better, wouldn't you? But yeah, these take a good old beating, these do, 40 quid a length. Right, now, let's put this thing up again, this next one. Oh. Right, that's on. What I'm going to do is just go through again and brush this all over the leather, get all that, there's a bit more mould in these ones. Where's the cleaner? Let's get that sitting on there now for a few minutes. This one seems to have, look, what's going on? That's probably a sweat, isn't it? It's not positioning, it's probably just a sweat. More dirt and bacteria in this one to trigger the mould growing in the first place. I'm going to leave this bio-based algae cleaner on there. A lot of products, but who cares? We'll get it clean. There we go. That saves me having to dose up again. I'm right down to the dregs, so I'm just, oh, let's do the same with this. And this. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. I should have saved a bit more. I've got other cleaners as well. Not a problem. There we go. That is literally the last of it. If I get a bit of an upright thing going. There we go. So yeah, just take my brush. We'll do these first. We just spread this a little bit, leave it, then do this, then come back and do those. You get the idea. I'll be back. Okay guys, so that's all now treated. I'm gonna keep packing this area. Just keep packing it and packing it and packing it till it really softens, because this is the bit that's all the most damaged. But it can all go back in now. It can all go back in. You can see it's looking, you know, fresher. It's still got a sheen to it because it's got to dry. So I think that goes this way, doesn't it? Yeah, like that. So we want that in all nice and tight. It feels a lot better. I think Danny's going to be happy with this. We also put the F-Jas Italian leather under here to give it a nice fresh leather scent. And that goes there like that, I think, that way around. Yeah, that looks good. And then that, I think, yeah, that goes that way around. There like that. Those are in fantastic condition. Oh, has he done the little trick I gave him? I think he has. He's put something on that. Yeah, that's a little. I usually put silicone grease. So they're looking fantastic now, guys. Let's just get. Not sure we got that nice and consistent. Don't matter if you get a bit of this on the plastics. Yeah, that's a lovely look actually. They've done a really good job. So the Geist leather cleaner, I've used it all up. I'll have to get some more of this. Very good. I love the fact you can hurl it on. I think you can hurl it on. I hurled it on and just left it there for a bit and then just scrub it and then just wipe it off. It's not too surfactant-y actually. It comes up nice and easy. So just to wipe over the cloth, you can thin it down with a bit of water. It's just a habit I like to do, a mist of water, just to make sure I've got it all up. Yeah, and then get the protector on there. That's good, and Ram does have, in fact I probably shouldn't I? Ram has got this, so I could probably wait. I don't know if they're compatible, I'll have a word with Ram, but I could probably wait, you know, and then put his dye and friction blocker on tomorrow as well. Just spray a bit on and work it in a little film. That'll just make them nice and slippery to stop them getting worn. But the thing with these seats is they're not really getting damaged by friction wear, because you sort of get in them, and that's it, you're locked in. This is the driver's one. This is a very old seat, but the condition is fantastic. They don't make them like this anymore. Whoever 9off is, 9FF, done a damn good job with that seat. So there we go, Danny. Hope you enjoy that, mate. I'm going to put those in storage in my little wooden shed where it's dry. They will get dusty. If I've got any way of stopping them getting dusty in there, they should be all right. I'll probably put a little towel over them or something. So there we go. I really enjoyed doing that. It doesn't take long. But just having access and having the seats out means you can do such a better job than trying to clean that in the car. It's such a luxury, isn't it, to have those seats out when you want to do any work on them. Lovely. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.